This time we're going to be going over nutrition, especially if you are a newbie in the gym. So nutrition comes down to three things: protein, carbs, and fats. There are a bunch of diets out there like keto, carnivore, amphibious, pescatarian, vegetarian. There's so many out there. But for the purposes of this, we'll keep it simple, okay? I don't care what diet you're on. The only thing that matters is you getting the sufficient amount of protein in order to build muscle going through your lifting journey. So the first question is, how much protein should I be eating? You should be eating about the same as your body weight, right? So for example, if I weigh 175 pounds, right, then I'm gonna be eating 175 grams of protein a day. Your grams should equal to how many pounds of weight you are. And now we're gonna go over some of the good proteins to eat. There are lean proteins that you should be eating when you are trying to bulk up, because you don't want to bulk up and look like the Michelin man. You want to look good. You want to look good and lean and ripped and big. Okay, so for lean proteins, you should be eating chicken breast, right? Any sort of chicken's really good. They're all pretty lean, so that's a good thing about chicken. Lean steak or lean beef, that's always good. Tilapia, salmon, shrimp, mahi-mahi, it's all good. There's tons of omega-3 fats in there. It's really good for you, and there's tons of protein packed in these fishes that are very good for you, right? That's why a pescatarian diet isn't terrible. Protein powder is always good as a supplement. Ground turkey, ground beef, especially lean ground beef or ground bison. Eggs are great, and pork tenderloins. Pork tenderloins are a secret sauce that no one really talks about. They're great for packing on muscle. Some pork tenderloins, all right? And with every meal, you want to have some fiber. So every meal, you want to have at least a handful of fruits or veggies, or both fruits and veggies. Some good examples are blueberries, strawberries, or any berries of that kind, and kiwis, bananas, apples, oranges, any fruits, really. And as in terms of veggies, the best veggies are like broccoli, asparagus, onions, fajitas. But again, any veggies really. They all do the job. They all get the job done. Now, let's head into the carbs. Clean carbs. Let's talk about clean carbs. We got rice, potatoes, but not fries, okay? Regular potatoes are good, right? Mashed potatoes are good, but not fries. Nothing fried is gonna be good for you. Sweet potatoes are great, again, not fried. Whole grain bread, whole wheat bread, grain bread, 12 grain bread. All the grain breads are good. All the whole wheats are good. Ezekiel bread, that's another good one. They all got about like 4 to 5 grams of protein per slice, so that's incredibly good for protein-wise, and they got a good amounts of fiber. Rice cakes, those are a bodybuilding staple, okay? So if you're ever like wanting some carbs that are very clean, go for some rice cakes. They taste great as well. So you won't go wrong with those. And now let's move on to the healthy fats, right? Some really good fats to eat are avocados, avocado oils, any oils for that matter, monosaturated, polysaturated fats, right? You don't want trans fats for sure. I don't know if that's even legal to sell in the US anymore. And you don't want any saturated fats, not too much saturated fats, because those are not great for your body. So is cholesterol. Cholesterol is also not great for your body. Peanut butter, great. Nuts, any kind of nuts. You can go to the store and get some mixed nuts, or they're also a great source of protein, nuts are, so you're gonna get protein and fats all in one go, so it's very, very good for you. Chia seeds, fish, any fish really, with omega-3s, tuna, stuff like that. Now, going on to the part of what your diet should look like on like a pie chart, right? If we had a pie chart and we're splitting it off, it should look like 40% should have protein, 40% should be carbs, and 20% should be fats. That's what we call a 40-40-20 diet. That's very important because you want a lot of your sources of food to be coming from protein so you could build muscle, 40% coming from carbs so you have energy stored in your body to use, not to have it stored in your body, and 20% fats so you keep your body well lubricated, you know, like a very well-oiled machine. It's to keep your mood up, your energy up, and all that. It's good for your mental status, but you don't want too much of that because obviously what kind of foods have a lot of fat? Pizza, cakes, right? Those things will blow you up because of the high amounts of fats, especially saturated fats. So you don't want too much of that, okay? We're trying to main gain here and not cut. When you were cutting, you were not building muscle. Let's get that straight. You can't get super shredded and be building muscle at the same time, right? No, you have to have some fat, right? And that's what I like to call main gaining. When you're main gaining, you are in a healthy range of fat from about 10 to 15% body fat percentage, and that's like a healthy range right there. You want to stay within that range to feel healthy, to eat healthy, and to train in a smart and healthy way. I generally eat about 4 to 5 times a day, but it's up to you. If you could get your sufficient amount of protein in, only eating 3 times a day or 2 times a day, go ahead, be my guest. One by one. Right, but you know, some of you out there are like 200 and something pounds, right? And it's hard to get that much protein in a day, so you want to split out your meals and divide them up into about like 4 or 5 meals a day. And there's this thing called the anabolic window. There are 5 points in the day that you are building muscle, and if you divide your meals up into 5 meals a day and you're eating every like 3 hours, let's say, then you are right on track to hitting all of those windows to maximize your gains. Yeah, so if you want those anabolic gains, then eat 5 times a day. And in the next video, we'll be going over